Hey, wake up. Yeah. Got my man Dave, got my man Dan. You know what time it is, and this is 2-6. Yeah. Ask us, we seatbelts, boy. You better strap up. Conversations is controversy. It's time to act up. Carolina ballistics, where the precision's wicked. Tune in and listen. It get deep if you dig it. No reason to act tough. Carolina ballistics training academy. Ain't no reason to act tough. So listen up.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Daniel Irwin, and this is the podcast for Carolina Ballistics and Training Academy. Guys, we have a special show today. We're here today at City Hall in Fayetteville with a very special guest, Mayor Mitch Colvin.
How you doing?
Oh man, I'm really excited about this. We've been negotiating for a couple of weeks now, and we've finally been able to make this happen, and I'm really excited that we were able to put this together.
Absolutely. Glad you could join.
So, Mayor, let's start off with a couple of things. For people who don't know, you're incredibly familiar within the Fayetteville area. For people who don't know you outside the Fayetteville area, who are you?
Yeah, well, you know, I'm born and raised here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I'm a father of three beautiful young ladies, my daughters. I'm a businessman. I own a few funeral homes. It was a family business. And I've been in politics with the local government since 2013. I've been the mayor since 2017. And I'm just a regular guy, businessman, father who was blessed to serve this community that I grew up in.
Wow, that's awesome. Now the I think it's called the Coven Funeral Home, correct? How long have that business been connected to the Fayetteville area?
Yeah, since 1971, my parents started it. We celebrated 50 years last year. Wow. And I'm the second generation. My father passed on. My mother is still living, and my brother and some other family members work in the business. My daughter now, and it's just a business that we've been blessed to have and to serve this community.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So what a lot of people don't know is some of the accomplishments that you've done. One that's particularly notable to me is how connected to the state of North Carolina you are, particularly that to Governor Roy Cooper. Can you name a couple of those commissions that you were part of on a state level?
Coming in 2017, I actually had the opportunity to meet Governor Cooper, who was then Attorney General back when I was the Mayor Pro Tem here, and came in shortly after he was elected. I was elected in 2017, and we had to deal with the hurricane. So he's been a tremendous partner to the city of Fayetteville, to me on a personal level, and I've just enjoyed the working relationship. And so the governor appointed some task force. There was one that I came on, which was the Governor's Crime Commission. Our job is to allocate resources for the public safety needs of the state of North Carolina. We work with different police departments throughout the state, and there are several commissioners that make those decisions about how those dollars are distributed to keep the community safe. And then after the George Floyd incidents, he appointed a task force for racial equity, and I was blessed to serve on that for the last couple of years, to where you create policies and recommend policy changes to the legislature to make things a little bit more fair in the justice system. We know the George Floyd situation kind of brought to the attention a lot of the institutional racism that exists in our judicial system and other systems. So I was glad that the governor zeroed in on that. He put the task force together, which I was blessed to be a part of. And we made some substantive changes to the way public safety and judicial matters are handled here in North Carolina.
Wow, that's incredible. So, Fayetteville.
Yep.
Fayetteville is one of the most recognized cities in North Carolina. It's also next to one of the largest military bases, particularly specifically in population in the country. How has it been navigating a lot of the problems that come with being positioned near a military base?
That's a great question. You know, Fort Bragg is by far the most important partner we have. 70% of those soldiers that are serve at Fort Bragg live in the city of Fayetteville. So the leadership at Fort Bragg and myself and City Hall, we share a very close kinship to make sure that we create a community that works and is safe for the soldiers as well as our citizens. You know, it pumps $20 billion a year into the local economy, which is huge. But as you said, there are a number of things that come with that that we, you know, share other military communities or cities that are around military communities that we have to deal with. You know, the PTSD from some of the soldiers after they exit the military and stay in our community. Just, you know, with some of the things that military families go through with deployment and the stresses that military service put on family members. You know, we are here to support their family members and that part of the community to make sure that they feel a part of the city. So it's been a great relationship. You know, it's always evolving about the different challenges that these brave men and women face every day. But whatever we can do to be supportive to them and their families is what we plan to do.
Wow, that's incredible. So a lot of the issues that the military struggles with, from whether it's substance abuse or if it's depression, mental illness, even down to breakdown of a family, suicide is a huge issue that the military is facing right now. That spillover comes into Fayetteville. Right now, Fayetteville is facing one of the most significant homeless crises that the city has faced in quite some time. What are we doing to address this crisis that Fayetteville is facing?
Well, you know, it's I don't think it's anything that's unique to Fayetteville, but we are an urban area that homelessness and unfortunately people that are unsheltered go to urban areas for the support services, and it's no different here in Fayetteville. You know, I will say, and I'll commend the council that I currently serve with, the previous council, for making it a priority for the city to invest public dollars in the support of this population. Before that, the local governments, typically in North Carolina, counties are responsible for leading the way in the homelessness and health and human service related issues. And so traditionally there has not been a significant amount of investment from the city or the county. And over the last 4 years, the city council has applied for a resource center grant, which we were successful. We are now in the process of finalizing the renovations, and that should be open the first or the second quarter of 2023.
Wow.
Which will provide services, kind of a one-stop shop for people who are in that situation to get connected to resources, whether it's mental health, whether it's veteran benefits, or whatever it is that's caused you to stumble or whatever you need to be successful to get out of the situation. This Day Resource Center will be a liaison or facilitator of that, for you to take showers, wash your clothes, apply for jobs, and do just those things that it takes to get back on your feet. Hopefully, we'll continue to work with our partners on the county side to help with the sheltering of individuals. And so right now, we have a partnership with a local ministry. We donate a city building, and they house 27 to 30 beds for men in this community. We also partner with the Salvation Army, who's in the process of expanding additional 200-bed facility, or building a 200-bed facility to help with that. So things are working. It will take collaboration and partnership, but it also takes a commitment to say that if there's the least among us in our community, that we can do what we can to kind of help them get out of that situation.
For sure. You know, and sadly, you know, the city is in an interesting situation in which what the businesses want isn't necessarily what the average community wants to see. Would you mind explaining how you've been able to navigate that maze there?
Yeah, it's an interesting dichotomy that, you know, on the one hand, businesses are there to create a safe environment for them to prosper and do business, and their clients to come and feel safe. And sometimes the world of the unsheltered and the homeless spills in and affects that particular operation. And so we have businesses who say, hey, you all are not doing enough to remove them and to not allow them to impede and impact my business quality. And at the same time, we still have that compassionate piece that says that we have to provide some alternative once we do it. Now, the city did have to finally step up and to put some rules and structures in place about camping ordinances. You know, it was something that was very unpopular at the time because it was sensitive, but it actually will help in the long run, and we have seen signs of improvement. That what it is, instead of allowing people to live beside a dangerous highway or freeway with these tents and unregulated campsites that have public health issues, we have stopped that, and we've encouraged them to utilize our shelters. And we're working with our continuum of care, which is the facilitator that the city and county both fund, to help get them into a shelter and into the connected to the resources. So homelessness is a big initiative, and it will take time. We didn't get here overnight, and it'll certainly take time to get out of it.
For sure. You know, and I think we mentioned earlier that, you know, the crisis that Fayetteville faces pertaining to homelessness or any other serious crime isn't necessarily uncommon to, sadly, to cities outside military bases. As you mentioned, it's going to require the community to work together and to make it all happen.
Yeah, and you know, mental health plays such a big piece to all of that. And so as we talk about not only just former military or veterans who deal with mental health issues, we have regular, ordinary citizens who are non-military who also deal with it. But I think that I have made mental health a priority, even though it is not a city mandated service like it is the county. It is something that impacts and touches all of these areas, including homelessness, that we've put mental health as a top priority, and the city council has agreed that we'll put the resources and the investments in place to kind of improve that aspect of it.
Sure, that's incredible. All right, so Mayor Colvin, you have done a lot. What are you planning on doing moving forward in your career?
Well, politically, you know, I don't think about it. I kind of just feel that this is a task that I believe, you know, God has for me to be the person where I am at this appointed time, you know, and I want to make sure that all of my efforts go toward continuing to improve quality of life in the city and using this opportunity that the citizens have given me on 3 different occasions, it's my 3rd term, to continue to lead our community forward. You know, whoever knows what's down the road and around the corner with political career, but I always just take things a step at a time. Right now, I'm concentrating on being the best mayor I can be, make sure our city is competitive and connected and prepared so that we can be the best destination in the state of North Carolina.
Awesome. Well, there you have it, guys. This has been an incredible interview. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for allowing us to have a moment to talk with you, Mayor.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity and keep up the good work. Thank you for your service to the community, to the country.
For sure. Thank you so much. All right, guys, if you made it this far, you are the real one. Thank you guys so much for checking us out. We're here in City Hall speaking with Mayor Mitch Colvin, and we are out.